U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland has approved the first transfer of confiscated assets of sanctioned Russian businessman Konstantin Malafeyev for usage in Ukraine. The exact amount is not specified. The media suggests that it could be more than $5 million. Last year, the Justice Department charged a Russian oligarch with violating sanctions imposed on him for funding Russians promoting separatism in temporarily occupied territories by Russia.
This is really a very important moment to understand that there is a direct link to those who financed the Russian war against Ukraine, and this is just a beginning. Now it will become an example for more concrete actions for other countries, because today there is a huge problem with returning the confiscated money to Ukraine. If we take the example of the United States, then all this happened within the framework of a criminal case. That is, there is no separate procedure yet when the money was confiscated and given to Ukraine without trial.
The Polish prosecutor's office seized more than $1 million from the accounts of the Russian Embassy and Trade Mission. The accounts were frozen in March last year. The Polish authorities considered that these funds could be used to finance terrorist activities or money laundering. The decision to change the status of holding funds, according to the prosecutor's office, was not challenged by the Russian side in court.
The confiscation of frozen assets, in my opinion, needs to be done very quickly because it specifically hits Russia, Russian oligarchs and Russian capital. Even if there are frozen assets, they are just somewhere. The Russians, although they do not use them now, they know that sooner or later there is a prospect of returning the assets. After the confiscation, there will no longer be such a prospect.
According to a new investigation by the team of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, close relatives of Boris Obnosov, the head of the Russian manufacturer of anti-ship, radar and multi-purpose missiles of the Tactical Missiles Corporation, own luxury real estate in the Czech Republic worth more than €8 million.
Obnosov's son-in-law Rostislav Zorikov owns a 4-story house in Prague worth €6 million through Altera and Remax companies. According to documents obtained by the Anti-Corruption Foundation, Zorikov also owns a 140-meter penthouse in Prague worth €1.1 million. There is a sign on the door that Rostislav Zorikov and his wife Olga, daughter of Boris Obnosov, live there. In the same residential complex, according to documents, Zorikov's father Andrei owns a 73-meter flat. Maria Pevchik, representative of the NPO Anti-Corruption Foundation, Medusa publication reports.
Navalny's team indicated that the corporation manufactures missiles, specifically Ha-101 and Ha-22, which the Russian army uses to attack residential buildings and other civilian targets in Ukraine. Maria Pevchik promised that the foundation would send complaints to all Czech departments and demand that sanctions be imposed against Boris Obnosov and the Zorikovs to prevent them from entering the Czech Republic. To search for sanctioned assets, in March 2022, officials from the United States, Canada, Australia, Japan, the UK and the EU created the task force that searches for and seizes the assets of individuals and legal entities that are subject to sanctions. During the year of its work, the group froze the assets of Russians for more than $58 billion.